Hey y'all, what is going on? Hopefully y'all are having a good one. I'm out here at Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. If you're curious, what am I doing up this way? The girlfriend's friend is from this area and she got married. So we were here for a wedding and we decided to make a weekend trip out of it. Now I was looking for places to fish and I don't have my kayak with me, so that did limit me a little bit. And I wanted to smallmouth bass fish. So I picked a creek that feeds into the Delaware and I started early this morning. So I'm gonna do some time traveling. Let's pick this thing up from about 6 o'clock this morning. Enjoy. The goal is simple. I passed this yesterday hiking with the girlfriend. Hiking's too extreme of a word. Walking a trail with the girlfriend. And there were swimmers over here and I said I'm gonna come back early the next morning and fish it. I didn't think I had fish over there though. I mean, we're getting bites. I'm gonna switch to the smaller lure. Let's see what the heck's over there. I gotta ditch these. These are not helping at all. Oh. Small jaw. No, that's a trout. I think I'm around the branch here. What the heck? Oh my God. Oh my God, that's a beautiful brook trout. What just happened? Oh my gosh. That's an incredible brook. I know there's native brook trout up here. He's not native. He's too big to be native. He must have been a held over stocker, but he is probably the prettiest brook trout I've caught this year. I've never seen him with the red bellies like this. What the heck? That explains what I saw flashing. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Dude, this guy was actually hitting on the big Hellgrammite. To be honest, I didn't really think trout were on the agenda for today, but that is a beautiful brook if I've ever seen one. I mean, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Oops, slow down, bud. All right, y'all, I did want to show you our friend here who I was legitimately not expecting to catch. But that is a incredible brook trout. Love the red patterns. I've never seen them red like that. It's a really pretty fish. We're gonna make sure he's good to go. He's good. Gonzo. Wow, I don't think that's, I would assume there's native trout somewhere up here. I don't think he's native, he's just too big. Although I have never seen patterns like that, so I don't know, he's pretty. And wasn't expecting to catch him. So I was throwing the large Hellgrammite in there thinking there was bass and I was getting bites. It was him. And I threw the smaller Hellgrammite because I was getting bites but not catching anything. So I just thought maybe it was a small bass. And I did not realize he was a trout. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was very close to not even coming this morning. Just because we've been up here for 2 days and I have fishing's been tough because some of these spots are swam at. You really got to get here early. And I came out today thinking we'd catch bass, maybe a smallmouth or two, and I did not expect trout at all. And I'm glad I came, and to be honest, I'm a little surprised. Just keeping y'all updated. At some point this dumps into the Delaware, which is why I was thinking we had a better chance at catching bass today. Didn't need to bring this rod from what I've seen thus far. It doesn't mean down the road we might hit bass spots. But I will also say this water is very cool. So it's just not something I was expecting. I guess, I mean, it makes total sense. I'm in the mountains, but where I live, our creeks aren't this cold. We will remain on our quest for fish, though it's very shallow. I don't know how far I have to walk either to get to the mouth of where this leads to the Delaware. And when we get to the Delaware, I don't know how deep the Delaware is going to be. I just don't know. So these trips are good and they're terrible. Good in the sense of we get to explore and y'all get to come along for the ride, but terrible in the sense of sometimes these trips don't pan out. I mean, we already got one fish. This feels like a decent enough fish. Small jaw. Okay. So going with the small jaw lures may pay off. So we've got a brook trout and a little smallmouth on the shopping cart today. I'm gonna continue to use this smaller lure just because the water is so shallow. I can't even speak today. That I don't really think it makes sense to go with a larger lure yet. What is that? It's our buddy the rock bass. So we've got 3 species on 3 different fish, and this rock bass looks like it may be pregnant. So we're gonna be quick look, quick drop, be gone. All right, I'm gonna move on because this hole I've already pulled like 6 or 7 rock bass out of, and I'm sure this will be the 8th, but they just have been biting nonstop. I'm obviously not going to show every one. He's actually the biggest one that I've caught, so that's good timing. I did want to say I know a lot of fishermen probably don't care too much about rock bass, but they are a sign of a healthy creek. So if you see them in your creek, they might not be your intended species, but you should be happy to see them. Yeah, he's a good sized rock bass. So I'm just going to move on because there's a million of them down here. We like rock bass, but we are going to try to catch something a little bigger. Now we're talking. As long as this is kind of deep in certain areas, this is exactly what we were looking for. This is what I was expecting to find, and we'll probably switch to our bigger lures. But I am going to start off with the smaller guy just to see what I can catch. But that looks good. That looks like we're going to catch some smallies. Oh, I just got very happy and very excited. All right, come on, fish. Yeah, as we expected, this is exactly what I was targeting today, what I expected to see here. Smallmouth. And I do think we'll be able to catch some decent ones. Obviously, this guy is, not worth bragging about, but you can say he's very healthy, and you always like to see good, healthy bass. Despite the fact that this spot looked awesome, I saw one smallmouth and it just wasn't that great. Weird. It's the funny thing about exploring somewhere new. Sometimes you think you see something that looks like a gold mine, and it doesn't end up panning out. The opposite happens. Sometimes you just cast in a puddle and it ends up being a gold mine. What was that? What is going on? Oh my God. That's a huge trout. Like an absolute giant. Look, I don't know that he's gonna fit in my net. What the heck is going on today? I'm like serious. I'm glad that I just adjusted this drag. Holy snap. Probably not the right words to use there. Oh my gosh. He will be my, if I can land him, he will be my biggest trout of the season. He don't fit. He like don't fit in this net. Whoa, he don't fit. Oh my gosh. Let's go, baby, let's go. What the heck just happened? Oh my gosh. He like don't, I think he spit the hook. He spit the hook. Quick measurement, 20 inches. He's a 20-inch rainbow. That is absurd. Let me get y'all a look at this guy. Let's try to keep him in the water as much as possible. Dude, I saw him and I was like, what is that? Because I haven't seen a rainbow this big in a long time. That's a trophy. What the heck is going on today? All right, I'm gonna try to get a picture and then release him. Unfortunately, I think it's just a little too warm for this girl. So I'm going to attempt to let her go, and we're just gonna hope she can make it. I'll sit here for a little bit longer, try to help her. Let's see if we can get a, she's not going belly up, which is good. So I'm gonna sit here for a couple minutes and try to help her. Some bad news, it's just too hot. She's not gonna make it. So I decided just to get a weight, just out of curiosity. 2 pounds, 15 ounces. So just short of 3 pounds. It's tough. I didn't intentionally come out here to fish for trout. I was bass fishing and I had 2 trout bite. And unfortunately, I just think it's too hot. I mean, it is the morning, but I don't know. I'll sit here for a couple more minutes, but this might be a lost cause. Well, today's turning out to be a very good day of fishing, a very strange day of fishing, way different than anything that I was expecting. So I'll continue here for a little bit, but I gotta check out of my hotel unfortunately soon. So I gotta start heading back. I might have 30 more minutes to fish. What an awesome day of fishing. I just wouldn't expect to catch trout this late into the season. Then again, I don't live in the mountains, so coming up here, the creeks were definitely colder, and I was just wrong. I was out here trying to catch smallmouth, and I should have been out here trying to catch trout. We got pretty lucky actually, because the lure I was using is a smallmouth lure, and I was really excited that those trout actually hit it. So I got 2 trophy-sized trout, a brook that was one of the prettiest brooks I've ever caught, and just that ginormous rainbow, 3 pounds and 20 inches. I mean, it's just a great day of fishing. I will say this all just goes back to one of the things I believe, which is you got to try to expect the unexpected when you're fishing. You never know what these creeks, what these lakes, what these rivers hold. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. See y'all.